Hi everyone, it's me, Darlene. I am here because I am exhausted and I would have liked to record today, but I had a lot to do and I needed to get that stuff done. And I did a pretty good job of getting that stuff done, so I thought I'll just keep working until I can't. It's like, it's not going on 9, is it? I think it's going on 8. Does it say on my camera anywhere? I don't see the time. It's almost 8 o'clock. And 8 o'clock is bedtime. No, I allow myself to go to bed at 8 if I want to, but I prefer it if it's at least 9 or 10. I did a lot today. I will fill you in. But yeah, so I thought this is a good way to relax. It's warm in this house. I have a fan on me. I have a different light in the other part of the kitchen. I just didn't feel like having big bright lights on me. Let me see. I did record for you guys, I believe it was 2 days ago. Sunday. Today's Tuesday. Yes. It was a long video. I filled you in on so many things. It was like over 25 minutes. I edited the whole thing, got it down to like maybe 20 minutes. And I started the saving process, which takes a while, and that's okay. I can do other things, but it doesn't allow me to do stuff on my computer because everything is slow when I'm doing that. I have 2 computers in Mississippi. And then by the time that was ready to put on YouTube, everything that I talked about changed. So I didn't upload it. I was like, maybe I could, and then I'll do a video tomorrow saying everything you just heard all fell through. But I just didn't upload it. Very sleepy all of a sudden. Sunday night, I never fell asleep. Never once. Not even I did close my eyes like just to try, but my brain was so incredibly stressed out that I finally just gave up. I said, I'm just going to be awake all night. So I found things to watch, things to do. I would get up a little bit, just walk around, come and sit in my chair at my computer for a little bit. And I was up all night. So then last night I fell asleep. I was up a whole night and then the whole next day, and I fell asleep a little bit after 10 o'clock. And then my mother woke me up at 2, and just a little bit before 2. And it was very hard to get her comfortable. Were we trying to get her up? Yeah. Oh my God, that's right. She had the chair up a little bit, which is a big no-no. I didn't let her have the remote for that chair for a while, but she's like, I won't lift it and fall. Because, when she was here before she went to the nursing home, there were times that she would be pushing the wrong button, and she just doesn't have the sensation to realize I'm going up, and I'm going too up. And so she was partly like trying to get up, that's a big no-no. And I was so tired because it was the night before that I hadn't slept. And so I couldn't get her up. So I made her sit back down, and I tried to push her because now she's away from the back of her chair. I was so tired that I cried for an hour, and I let myself. I cried like a baby for an entire hour, and if I felt like I could stop crying for a minute, it was calming down, I thought of, something else that would make me cry again, because I wanted to cry. I wanted to release the stress that I had from the day before. No, from that day, or the day before, I don't know. I'm so mixed up. I'm so lost. The plans that fell through, that was extremely stressful for me. It was like, I cannot believe I have to start over. And so, that's the night that I was awake. So I went to bed at 10 o'clock. My mother gets me up a little before 2. I hadn't slept very much. I was still so tired. And I thought, I'm just going to cry. I'm going to cry. And I'm sleeping in a bed next to my mother, not like right together. But obviously she could hear me crying. And I just kept crying, and I cried as hard as I could, as long as I could, and I had like maybe 10 more minutes to hit an hour, and I said, I am going to continue to cry for an hour because I knew I was going to feel so much better after that. And it got to the point where I simply could not cry anymore, so I laid in bed and just moaned and groaned. Still just trying to get all the stress out of me. And then I slept like a fucking baby. I'm not kidding. It was the best medicine ever. So I'm going to remember that. If I'm ever stressed, I should have done that the night before where I couldn't sleep at all. I bet you if I would have just cried and cried and cried, and I can cry. I cry every day. There's always stuff from my past that just pops into my brain space because I have all these repeating things, and there are some things that it just breaks me. I'm just broken for a half hour, and then I just go back to what I'm doing. Other things take the place of that. So it's very easy for me to cry if all I have to do is think of things. And so I could have been a good actress, because they think of sad things and then it makes them cry. And so that was how that night went. But yes, it's very, very hard to help my mother now. So they had brought, am I going to say this right? No, no, I'm not. It's a lift. Starts with H. I can't really remember what it's called, but it's like a machine that you push down, and there's a big sling, and it will lift my mother out from her bed, and then I can turn that, and I can plop her down in her chair. But they had the wrong kind of sling and too long, so that one didn't work for her. They brought another one Monday, but the aide has to show me how to use it. The guy who drops it off is not allowed to do that. And he brought it after the aide left, so we didn't have it Monday. I don't have it today. I almost called 911 to have assist because I could not get her out of her chair, and she needed to be changed. And we tried and tried, and it was just like, oh my God. Finally, we finally did it because I refused to put my back out trying to lift her, and I'm also holding the walker. So I told her, we have to do it this one more time because the aide is coming tomorrow, and she's going to show us that sling, and then I'll be able to move my mother and get her out of the chair and put her into the bed. If she still can't stand to use the commode, I can at least put her in the bed and give her a bedpan. So, I know, you probably don't need those details, but hey, that's what my life is right now. Here's the good things that happened today. I locked in my movers, actual movers that are going to take the stuff out and bring my stuff to Mississippi, and a reputable one, and I paid more, and I wanted to because I wanted reputable. They have a lot of good reviews, and there's always some bad reviews, but I like to see what kind of reviews. If the reviews are that they were 3 days late, I don't give a shit about that. If people are complaining about that, oh, they were late, they weren't on time, and but if they're complaining that all their stuff is broken, I don't care for that. And, obviously if they say, they didn't even come, that's terrible, So I felt comfortable with this company, and they seemed really nice. And then I also nailed down shipment for my car. And here's what I have somewhat decided. Even if the plans for my mother and me fall through, and I'm still not telling you that until, I don't know if I'll tell you until after it's in place, because until after we're on our way, I just don't want to jinx it, and I'm so worried about that, and I don't want to have to come in here and tell you guys. I just don't want to talk about it yet. We're going to just see if we can go. But if we can't, for whatever reason, I think I'm still letting my furniture and my car go, because there will be a little bit of stuff in this house, and my mother will still have the hospice bed, and so I think that's what I'm going to do, because I don't want to go through booking all over again, and it could be far out. The only reason I got a mover is because they had a cancellation on the 2 days that I had picked, that it could be this day or that day. She's like, you are not going to believe this, but we have a cancellation. Now, that almost sounds fake, like they have no jobs at all and they just want to suck me in. But she said after that it would not be until, the end of November. And some places were booking for December. So I just want my stuff to go. And as for my car, I don't really need my car a whole lot because I don't have to go out every day. I'm not going to be doing packages and things like that. But I don't have anybody in town that I can have a ride with, and I'm not going to have my sister come. She's about 20, 25 minutes away. I don't want to make her do something like that so I can go to Walmart and pick up an order. So I can rent a car. That's right. I have to nail that down too, although I don't know exactly what day. But, it's okay if we're hermits in the house. Before they pick up my car, and I don't know what day that's happening. There's a 5-day window. So I think it starts 25th to the 29th. So I did that, and then I did some packing. The movers won't let me pack the drawers of the dressers. I have to take all that stuff out of the dresser drawers and put it in boxes. And I had a feeling they wouldn't. And but that shouldn't be too hard. It's stuff that's already in the dresser, so I just take that out. Put that away. I still have a whole lot to do. And I keep saying, okay, now tomorrow I don't have to make any phone calls, but I do. I have the rental. And then the trucking movers, I got an email, and I have to give them a complete and accurate inventory. Do you know how hard that is for me? I mean, I really have to take the time. I mean, I did one, but, they just want to know. And I have no idea how many boxes I will have, so I'm just going to have to overestimate. They always say, overestimate, and then if you don't take up that much room, we'll bring it down. Bullshit. They're not going to do that, I'd rather start low and then say how much to add this. I don't know if there's a weird break right now because I'm going to be cutting out a bunch of shit that I just said because I was just going on and on. So if it's like it just cut and skipped to this, that's why. Is there anything else I wanted to tell you? Yeah, I haven't had time for YouTube at all. And I'm trying to not do anything long like I did the other night. I cannot believe I did, a long video and edited. Oh, I was so upset. Just so upset. My goodness, what is there? I can't wait to I can't wait for this to be over, but I still have a very hard time believing that I can get it all done in time because it still looks like a lot. It really does. I do have one more big run to Goodwill, and I hope to do that. I have to do it before the days of my car being picked up because I have to be here to receive a phone call, telling me that they're going to be here. So I don't want to be on the road. I'm going to see, maybe Sunday I can go to Goodwill. Maybe I'll take you in the car and do that. I'm going to call first to make sure that they are open for donations because I don't want to make a wasted trip. I don't know. I guess that's about it. I just wanted to tell you that I did a lot of stuff today. I emptied out my mother's 2 cabinets in her little kitchenette and got all that ready for Goodwill and just, kept a few things that we need for right now and that I'll probably bring. Last night, I think it was last night, I went through my silverware and then my silverware drawer and my drawer of all the big things, like spatulas and all that stuff, and got rid of a lot of that stuff. And, it doesn't sound like much, but all those things are kind of time consuming and, it all needs to be done. So it's all these little things. I look and I say, oh, this isn't going to take long, but it does. It takes long. And I went through some pictures today. Now, that's what I should not be wasting time on. I should just be packing the pictures. But, good God, there's so many. And it's like I could probably cut this in half. So sometimes I'll see a pack or, sometimes they're in plastic bags or they're just loose. And I'm like, these look like they're all going to be throwaways. So I'll go through them really quick and toss them. And I did put a picture in Derek's Facebook group if you want to go check that out. I got a few more that I pulled aside. And again, I'm just doing that when I can. And I will be shutting down eBay pretty soon, I think. I don't know. And I might, depending on how much I get done, let my exclusive shoppers know once again that, you know, what I have left on that desk, and, you know, just to see. But I'm really liking not having all the packages to do, because that takes a lot of time. All right, I'm distracted by the TV. Can you tell that I keep looking over there? Okay, you guys, follow me on TikTok. You will see all the weird stuff that my mother eats, all right? She had, I don't know if it was 2 days ago, she asked specifically, I've never done it before, and I put it on TikTok, a piece of chocolate cake, and it's one of those Pepperidge Farm chocolate cakes. She really likes those. Those are so worth buying. They're like $3, and, you know, I gave her a pretty good size piece for that. But anyway, she loves those. I'll be getting her those in Mississippi. A piece of chocolate cake in a bowl with milk. Milk on top and about this much milk in the bottom. And what you don't know in the video, because I didn't, I don't know if I recorded the after. Sometimes I show what she ate, you know, how much she ate. But the thing is she broke that cake up. You know, I thought she'd like take a bite, because it's almost like, you know, dunking cookies, only it's cake. But she broke that entire cake up and mixed that all up with milk. I wish I would have showed that on TikTok after she made that pile of, I don't know, porridge or something. It was just like, you know, it was disgusting looking. She ate it all. She loved it. And, yeah, some other weird things like water, vinegar water with sugar. She goes, I want some really strong vinegar water, and I want a lot of sugar in it. I was like, all right, whatever. So she just eats weird things, but she's 98 and a half, she always says. So, you know, I'm not going to stop her now. That is for sure. All right, you guys, I'm going to hang up now, and I'm going to edit this, and then I'm going to go in my bed and watch something on my iPad. And I just hope everybody has a good night. I hope I do too. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.